Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Ready, Set, Pop. My name is Mariel Basori, and I'm greeting you from Mexico City. And today I'm joined, obviously, by my beautiful and wonderful and gorgeous uh, hosts, all the way from Sorocaba, Sao Paulo, Brazil. We have Lucas Abache, my daughter's screaming, and we have all the way from Bogota, Colombia, Mauricio Sierra. Hello, guys.
Hey,
Oh,
hello. For the
friends.
very first time, we are on point with the hour. Like exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
Yeah.
that's
I
bad. That's bad.
know.
Yes.
I know. Yes. Well, welcome to another episode. Today we're very happy and excited, and because it's going to be a really fun episode. This is a topic that I chose, and it's all about guilty pleasures, songs that, well, let me just say it in a different way. The songs we like, the music we like, this pop music that we like, is considered guilty pleasures for many people. While for
Mhm.
us, it's like regular music. It's like whatever we listen to in a normal day. But we have also guilty pleasures from other genres, from music that may not be considered guilty pleasure for others. So it is gonna be fun. It is gonna be fun because uh, you won't believe the songs we chose. It's been fun listening to these songs, and we ask also our friends to send us their guilty pleasures, so we can also
Yeah.
know a little bit about what they like. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun, right, guys?
Right.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so each of us chose three songs, like always. So we're gonna discuss these songs, and at the end, we are going to talk about the songs that our friends shared with Luquitas, and both Mao and me have to guess who sent those songs, who that song
Yeah.
belongs to.
Exactly. Can't
Very
wait.
fast. Yeah.
Okay, so since I chose this topic, I would like to start tonight.
Please, please.
Um, the first song I chose is a reggaeton song. I know, you guys weren't expecting this, right? But it's a song from late 2000s. I don't remember the year in particular, but I do know that is from the very beginnings of a specific reggaeton, and it's called "Me Estás Tentando" by Wisin and Yandel. I hope I'm pronouncing them correctly.
I
This is
think
um,
great.
so. Yeah.
and this song is, I know you guys are gonna say like, "Oh, Mariel," but I know it always puts me in a mood like to dance, to
Hmm.
train, to be like, "Whoa, yeah, baby, I can dance." It's very
Choose
hot. It's
something
very
else.
sexy. I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Just something else, yeah. But I love that song, and it's on my playlist. So it's a special playlist that I have called Guilty Pleasures. So I played it
Oh,
there. So
you need to share that playlist with the all the group. Curious to know your
I
guilty
know.
pleasure.
Yes.
I I will. I promise I will. So
Wait.
that's the song I chose, and I want to know what you thought of it, starting with Luquitas.
Okay. Well, first of all, I gotta say that for a long, long time, I didn't believe in guilt pleasures. I always said that that's not such a thing. If I like it, and whatever. But this episode make me think about it, and actually, it is a thing because I was realizing that there is some songs that I can only listen with this, like headphones, because I don't want people to know that I'm listening, or I never listen out loud. So I totally understand. And This song in particular is crazy because we're gonna learn here that it's very subjective, the thing that make us feel guilty, because it's a song that is very similar to anything on the radio a few years ago. So I was listening and thinking,
Yeah.
okay, it's very sexual, but for Marielle it's nothing new in the sun, you know. She likes that and we know it. And I think this come more from a place of your war with the reggaeton. So it's like, oh my god, I'm all the time fighting with this type of music, and here I am liking and dancing and feeling it. So I totally understand. But I don't feel that way. Like for me, it's very regular song. I actually love a song by them that is Todo comienza en la disco. And Wisin Yandel y Daddy Yankee. I love that song. So
Hmm.
yeah, I understand why, but for me it's easy to listen. I don't feel guilty.
Okay, okay. And what about you, Mao?
Well, I think I am if in comparison to you guys, maybe I'm the person that listen to reggaeton the most, maybe, in comparison to you and Luquitas. So
Yeah.
for me, it's also nothing new. I think you are the reason, mi Mariel, that I'm drinking today, a Tuesday, because that song reminds me so much when I start clubbing, because I was starting working in Zara, the close
Mhm.
this closest store, and people there were very party, like they were
Party
all the time
people.
party people, yes. So this song was released in that time, so I remember going to the clubs and listen to the song over and over again and dancing this song. So right, actually, I'm not so fan of Wisin y Yandel. Like I prefer other reggaeton singers or reggaeton artists, but I like this song. And I remember I was thinking about this time when I start clubbing and when I start knowing about the gay world. So it was a
Mhm.
very good memory, just to remember this time when I was so young and everything was so new for me, clubbing and. So yeah, so for me
Mhm.
it's a good song. I can listen the song the
Okay.
whole.
Yeah.
It's not a
So
guilty pleasure for me at all.
Okay. Yeah.
no, we celebrate your guilty pleasure, Maria.
Yeah, absolutely, it's
Just
a good song.
one reggaeton song, actually.
Yeah,
But
and it's not
well,
it's not so it's not so serious, mi Mariel, actually, because the lyrics are not so explicit, so sexual. It's like more
no,
like seductive
no.
for me. It's more seductive, more danceable, more this kind of a lyric.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sensual.
Right. Yeah. Okay, okay. Yeah, so thank you guys. But that was my first choice. Now let's move on to Luquitas to his first song.
You wanna read the comments before our friends are here with us today?
Oh wow,
Yes.
yes.
Oh, yes, we have Norman, we have Adrian, we have Joaquin. Hello everybody. Um the day you all have to start late, you all start early. It
Yeah,
happens, Adrian, it
that's us.
happens.
That's us.
Joaquin says, yes, Winston and Jandel, that song, it brings back memories of 2008 and of an urban style boyfriend I had. By the way, Winston and Jandel were part of my parties from 2005 to 2006. What memories and wild things. Joaquin.
Ooh, wild.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Now it's me, right?
Yes.
I want to start with. I'm gonna start with the Brazilian song that I chose. That is, the name is Mileva, and it's a singer, Latino. Like liking Latino here in Brazil is already a bad thing. It's a guilt pleasure, itself, because
Okay.
for a lot of reasons. Like he's not an artist that a lot of people takes seriously. I think in the moment that he released this song that I sent you guys was a little bit more respected, because he was bringing this type of music, to us, that here we call funky melody, that I mentioned before in our interview with our dear Sherry Massari. because it's a type of
Mm-hmm.
music that comes from the freestyle style that she sings. So that was very new here in Brazil, and he was like the one bringing that. So that was kind of celebrated back then. But he was involved to a lot of things, like he was Kelly Key's husband, and he didn't take so well when she left him and went to another relationship and started like a whole thing. So he was losing the respect during the years. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel weird when I listen to him. So basically, that happened when I'm having crazy nostalgic nights, me, myself, and my headphones. But I can help but love that song. And the whole image, the whole thing is very, you can feel awkward watching, I understand. So I want to know your opinions about it, starting with Marielle with this one.
Okay. Um, I didn't know this song and I didn't know the singer. So for me, it was like completely new. I didn't sense anything that was like, oh, this is a guilty pleasure for sure. So for me, it was like a regular song.
Yeah,
But now that you tell the whole story, it's like, oh, okay, it has its reason to be a guilty pleasure.
yeah.
So I didn't find it so bad. It was
No,
good,
no, it's not, to
actually.
be honest. He's the man actually behind Perla, the singer that you like. Because
Mm,
when he broke up with Kelly
Oh yeah.
Key, a few years later, he tried to recreate the whole Sussex, the whole hit that he had creating Kelly Key. So he created Perla. So the sound is kind
Uh,
of similar to Perla if you notice. But yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Okay.
What about you, Mao?
well,
Now.
I think we can call the episode for today. We listen, but we don't judge.
Yeah.
For me,
Exactly.
because for me was I understand why it's a guilty pleasure for Brazilian people and for everybody. Because the guy it's a joke in the video. For me, the guy it's like a combination. It's like John Secada meets MC Hammer.
Mm.
Like a complete joke. He's dancing very. There is a part of the video when the guy is like
Uh-huh.
dancing like this, very very funny. So I understand why it's a guilty pleasure, friend. For me, the song was very ridiculous. Well, not the song. The video was very ridiculous because the
It
man
is.
is dancing very MC Hammer, but at the
Mhm.
same time he's singing like John Secada or something like that. For me, it's like a mixture between these two people that are very different. So for
Yes.
me, was very funny, and I understand why. So
Yeah.
it's impossible to take him seriously, you know. So
No.
yeah, for me it was so funny, but I understand. I understand, and this is the funny of this episode, like to laugh about it.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember if in this video
Exactly.
he does that, but there's a dance that he was very famous that he's like shaking the whole body,
Okay,
especially the penis part. That
okay,
that the girls in the TV shows were like screaming, but it's so awkward to watch now. He's like shaking, and I don't know. It is what it is. Yes.
that's what it is.
I can show this one, Adrian. Sorry.
I'm dying with the comments.
Yeah.
Joaquin says, Latino, that song sounds great, very American. It could easily be a very breakbeat song by Jocelyn Enriquez or Lil Susie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Then that I
And
agree. Yes.
yeah.
Adrian is saying, go Mao, go Mao, and yes, shake it, shake it. Mao's wine got him whining.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's move on because I'm not
Yeah,
going to
show
dance.
us, Mao. You did it
Uh,
great.
can you show us,
Oh,
Lucas?
you did it
Can you
great.
I
show the
can't
dance?
because I'm wearing pajama pants, and if I do the dance, I'm gonna show more than I should, and it's not possible.
Ah.
Yeah.
We
Let's
have
move
kids
on.
watching. We have kids
Yeah,
watching.
Exactly. YouTube has
we
laws
have,
or something. Yes.
yes, we are in a familiar time.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
in a familiar environment. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Mao, it's your turn. It's your turn, darling.
Okay, friends. I'm going to start with a reggaeton like Mariel. You know, I'm not against reggaeton. I'm not an enemy of reggaeton. So for me, it's easy. But this is a guilty pleasure for me because it's like this kind of song that became very popular here and a lot of people like, but of course, in front of people, other kind of people, like in my job, a lot of people listen to reggaeton and they know me and they know that I listen another kind of things. So it's funny because when we are like together, they play reggaeton and they say like, "Oh, now doesn't like so much this kind of music," but anyway, I like it. I decided to select this song because it's very explicit and it's very vulgar. But I'm addicted to the song right now. It's called "Freaky" by Fade and Karol G. Actually, Fade is the boyfriend of Karol G. The song is very explicit. There are a lot of parts that are very vulgar, but for me it's very funny, and the lyrics are, even when they are vulgar, they are funny for me. So it's a song that I enjoy to listen right now, and it's a song that here a lot of people listen, but they never think that I'm going to like this kind of songs.
Oh,
But
okay. Okay,
I
get it.
did, yeah. So what do you think about this song? It started with you, friend. What do you think? Because I can imagine what Mariel is going to say.
Okay. Yeah, I was actually trying to figure out why this was a good pleasure for you because I know that you like Carol G. And again, it's not that different from everything that we are listening right now. Um, so yeah, I was dancing. To be honest, I didn't notice that it was too sexual because right now, unfortunately, it's kind of normal. Like this type of music, especially because
Yeah.
I live in Brazil. So when you listen to funk or anything Brazilian top 10 is just going down and down and down with words and the sexuality of that. So it was not a surprise. But I was curious, and I totally get it because there's a few songs that I'm not gonna have the chance to talk here tonight because of time, but I love that are certain issue, and
Hmm.
is the type of music that I'm constantly, like Marielle talking about reggaeton, I'm
Mm.
constantly talking shit about, so people
Yeah.
do not expect that I love some songs of that, and when they realize that I'm listening something like this, is like a shock or surprise, and I feel like,
Exactly.
yeah, yeah. So I get where this come from. Yes, it's a song that I won't. I swear I'll never gonna play, friend. To be honest, but if it plays in a party, I can dance, and I
Yeah.
cannot
Okay.
show how I would dance, but I can dance.
What do you think, Mariel?
We want to see Luquitas dancing. Okay.
Soon.
Um. So. um. No, Mimao, I'm sorry. I didn't like this song. Not even to
Why not?
add it to my playlist. It was too vulgar for me. Too much. Too much. Yeah. So one thing is to be sexy, and one other thing is to be vulgar. And this song is vulgar for
I'm gonna
me.
read the lyrics.
So yeah, you have to. So I didn't personally like the song, and well, I wouldn't play it again.
Absolutely, I know. Yeah, 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 I know. Friend, the lyrics basically say there's a part when she said something like, this guy was asking me what size my butt or something like that. So
Oh,
it's very, yeah, and
I'm reading. I'm
we,
reading. Yes.
yes, we mix MJ with alcohol. It's a lot of things like are vulgar. Yes, I can't deny, but I
I
like,
I just
yeah.
gotta say that if this is too vulgar, Marielle, please don't listen to any funk music from Brazil
Okay.
because it's nothing compared. Like,
No. Okay.
yeah.
No, no, no. I mean, it's not that I'm. it's not that I'm shocked or anything. I mean, I'm very open to so many things, but sometimes I think that you should
Yeah, yeah,
be a little bit more reserved when it comes to certain topics of sexuality. So I don't know, but anyway,
yeah. Doesn't work for
okay.
you. Yeah, it's normal.
Yeah.
Um, no.
Vulgar pleasures.
Okay, so vulgar pleasure, says Adrian. It should be called this episode. Okay, my next choice. I'm thinking. Yes, this one is a fun one. From the total gruperos and rancheros and official Mexican music, darling, all the way from Tijuana, California. We have the Tucanes de Tijuana with the song La Chona. I know that song. I know every time I play it, it's like I'm dancing in my mind, and I feel like I'm La Chona, like I'm dancing. But
Yeah.
I would never dance that song. So it's it's a little difficult for me because I don't like this kind of music so much. But this one in particular is a huge guilty pleasure, and I play it all the time. And it's an old song from 1995, so it's it's kind of old, but it's really fun for me. But it's the one song that only I can play here in my headphones, not anybody, not everywhere else. So now I want to start with Mao. What did you think, Mausi Mumu?
Well, mi Mariel, I think you know. I don't know if you know that here a lot of this kind of music that is popular, like this kind of regional Mexican music is popular here. So for me, was not something that I was not familiar with. Of course, it's funny. I want to know what is lechona. Is it's just a nickname or is something like?
It's a nickname. It's a
Oh,
nickname.
it's a nickname. Okay, okay, okay. Yes, and I knew when you decided to select this topic for today, I knew that we were going to select a lot of regional stuff because I did too. So I
Mm.
understand why, because I selected other songs that are a little regional from here from Colombia. So the song is funny. The video is more funny actually. When you watch the video and listen to the song because the girl wants to dance and the girl it's like that. So it's like a rebel girl trying to dance, trying to be like
Yeah.
very free in the disco in the club, and she wants to dance but the husband doesn't, so it's funny. And yes, it's not something that was not familiar for me because I know this kind of music. And
Hmm.
it's funny because people, and well, we know a little more, Lucas and I, we know you a little more, so we know that maybe, of course, you like pop and this kind of vibe, but maybe you can like this kind of music because you mentioned this in other episode and in our conversation. So I had barely an idea that you like some of these songs, but when you share this, it was like, oh, okay, this is a guilty pleasure for sure for Mariel because it's not something that people expect that you like, and it was very funny. I enjoyed so much watching the video and watching the girl trying to dance, trying to, So it was very very
Yeah,
funny.
it's fun, and it always plays on every party. It's always in
Oh,
every party
can
here in
imagine.
Mexico
Yeah.
City.
I
Yeah.
know, I know.
Now,
Here in Colombia, it's like very common to play these songs like that in Paris. Like very regional, very. Here we have like popular music. We call it like música popular. That is something like that.
hmm, yes, exactly. So it's more like to dance and to have fun. It's not a serious song at all.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
um, now I'm curious about Luquitas.
Well, let me start by saying that if I like it, that song, I would feel guilty as well, because I was kind of terrified with the video. But it's just because that this type of regional music from your country is weird for me because we didn't experience that at all here. But I feel like comes from the same sertanejo thing that I was mentioning. that is something very
Mhm. Mhm.
regional that everybody knows and a lot of people likes for real. And for example, we are in a moment here in Brazil, June and July, that we had Festa Junina and Festa Julina that are very regional thing from Brazil that comes from the north, and the cities that are more small, like country cities, and so cultural. That are songs that I never listened in my life, but in this type of party, is very common to play and everyone
Mhm.
dances. So that's how I kind of connected. For example, in this party that I had with my family, we had a song called Garagem da Vizinha that is terrible. Like I'm not gonna explain the song here, but
Mhm.
it's a song that I will never play in my headphones ever. But in the party, works so well. Everyone dances and laugh. So I feel like I
Mhm.
understand the regional part of it. But for me, watching the video, listening to the song, my brain was like, somebody say. That's all I can say.
Mm. I get it. Totally get it. I mean, you are not used to this music, and
Yeah,
but if
but
you
it's
were in a
funny. It's
party
funny.
here in Mexico, you would end up moving if you were in a party. That's
Of
for
course,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah. Adrian says, "Ay, mántate flor a la naquez."
Y me encanta.
Adrian, I'm, y me encanta. Yes, he's saying that he loves me being a naka, but he's not. I'm not a naka. You are the naco, Adrian. No, no es cierto. um,
How you call it in Brazil? People like that. You have an expression for that, like
What is
naco.
Naka? Oh my god, I don't
Naco.
understand anything.
Can you explain it, Marian?
it's
Explain.
like someone who has no manners, who is like, like I don't know, very not vulgar, but
I think
I don't
it's
know how to
someone that
say it.
kind of
Sorry.
has a swag like this. It's like that.
No, it's someone that
No,
doesn't have
no, it's more
taste.
like people with taste or
Oh,
Yes,
manners,
like
or
tasteless.
class, like
is
class. Someone that
ignorant.
doesn't have class. Yes.
E-
Oh, okay.
exactly. That's the word.
Th- there's not a word that comes to my mind right now,
Like
but I understand.
uncultured. Like Adri says, like uncultured. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand, but probably we have a word, but my brain is like running
I think a
out of
lot.
it right now. Yes,
Okay,
if I remember, I'm gonna say yes.
okay,
We call
okay,
it here
okay, okay. It's your
guiso.
turn, Luke.
Iso,
Guiso. Here in
Iso?
Colombia, we call
Giso.
naco. Here is guiso. Yes,
Iso. Okay,
guiso.
Okay,
I have
okay.
a few
His
words
brain
of my own,
is
but
on
I'm
La
not gonna
Chona.
say. Is my brain is on
His
Lachona?
brain is
It
on La
is.
Chona.
Yeah.
It is mustache and a lot of things going on. Yes. Um,
Oh, God. Okay.
it's
Go
it's
on,
me.
Luquitas. It's your turn.
Okay. The second song I chose is from this song made me realize that yes, there is good pleasures because I always listen on my headphone on this one that is Eliana. Eliana is like another singer and TV host from the 90s here. So Xuxa, Angélica, Eliana, the next. And nowadays
Okay, okay.
they
And
are
Jessica
all,
Simpson group.
yeah, the Jessica Simpson of it. Nowadays they are all very huge in television, the biggest hosts that we have, and the three of them are friends and everything. We had things like VMA with the three. It's crazy. They are very iconic. And this song was recorded by Eliana in 1994. Is Tentação, the name that is Temptation, and is a very romantic song. I think that's the thing with the song for me because Eliana, differently from Xuxa And Angelica, her discography was more focused on education for kids. So are songs that you can learn the name of the fingers or the colors or how to count, the food names, or more educational, not so made for radio or mainstream. Of course, she had some
Mhm.
songs here and there. So this song is totally outside of the box of her discography for me. It's very different, and I love that song so much. It's so, I don't know, like a Mexican telenovela. It's very emotional and dramatic, and I don't know. I just love that, and how Joaquin said to me, it's kind of 80s, the sound of that, even when it's 1994 already. So I love that song. I want to know the opinions of you guys for that song, starting with Mao with this one.
Well, friend, now that you mention it's very romantic, I was very curious about to know the lyrics because for me it was very childish, like music for kids, because I
Mhm.
know, because of you, you explaining me the background of Eliana is the same of Tusha and Angelica. So
Yeah,
for
yeah.
me was like this, like, oh, this is song for the kids. But now that I rethink about it, like it's 10 out, so it's not for the kids. I don't
No,
know. I'm
no.
curious. So now I perceive this as more romantic, and I understand why it's a guilty pleasure because it's funny. For example, if you are next to me and I don't know, in the on the bus or something like that, and I know that you are listening this kind of song, I was like, why this guy is listening to that song? So yeah,
Totally.
yeah,
Yeah. And
that,
that probably happened a lot with me. Yes.
yeah, right now I understand why. So the most funny thing about this episode is that a lot of people, for example, if I'm listening to "Hit Me Baby One More Time" by Britney Spears, a lot of people would think that it's a guilty pleasure, but for us it's not like that. So that is like
Exactly.
the darkest part of this episode is that
Yeah.
we our guilty pleasures are funny. So
Yeah.
yeah, perceive that song like for kids, but now it's like okay, I understand that it's romantic and at the same time it's for kids.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Maria?
Well, I also didn't know this song. I think you have mentioned Eliana before, but I don't remember listening to any of her songs, so this was the first time.
Hmm.
And the song was like very, very corny for me.
Yeah,
And that's what
it
called my
is.
attention. It was like, okay, I know Luquitas is like into music, but does he like very corny music? That's that's what I was wondering, but it's okay. I mean, we all have that romantic side of our own. So even though the song is not something that I personally loved, I understand why you liked it because it's a song from your country. It's a song in your language. So
Yeah,
it's
in my
interesting.
childhood.
It's
Yes.
interesting. Your childhood, exactly. Yeah, it brings you back to those memories. But yes, I was a little surprised when it was like, oh my god, this is too corny.
Yeah. I can go that low. Yes, I can go. Thank you, Maria.
Okay, Mao. Yes, Mao, it's
Okay,
your turn, baby.
okay, man. My next song was a soundtrack of a telenovela that was so popular. I know that the telenovela was popular even in Brazil. In
Yeah.
Mexico was popular. Actually, Mexico has two versions of this telenovela. This telenovela was from 1994, I think it was Café con aroma de mujer. And here was like a sensation, you can imagine. Even the president used to watch this
Mm,
telenovela. He said it openly that I love Café con aroma de mujer. And in
órale.
that moment, I remember some episodes of the telenovela, but I didn't remember the whole story. So right now I'm watching, thanks to me, Mariel, because Mariel shared with me Vix. So thank you, mi Mariel, because of you, I'm having the opportunity to rewatch Café con Aroma de Mujer. So thank you. And this song
Oh,
is
you're welcome,
funny.
darling.
Thank you, Maria. And this song is very funny because the song is very dramatic. The main character of the girl, like the how do you say the protagonista, like the main character. She's called Margarita Rosa de Francisco, and here she was famous because of the telenovelas. But she released some records. She released, and she was so popular because of that. So in that telenovela, she had the opportunity to sing a lot. She has a very good voice, and it's a guilty pleasure for me because the song is dramatic and it's a part of a telenovela. So it would be funny, like like other people listen to this kind of song. I remember one
Mhm.
day with my ex-boyfriend, we were like haunting cities, like in a place, like in a city store, and we saw this vinyl of Café con Aroma de Mujer, and we were laughing about it, like, oh, look at this, buy it, and something like that, because it's funny, because it's a soundtrack of a telenovela. That's the reason
Yeah.
it's a guilty. I think she has an amazing voice, or she used to have an amazing voice in that moment. And the lyrics are very dramatic because she's saying like, "I'm suffering because of this love. I prefer to death." So it's very funny. So I want to know your opinions. Starting with me, Mariel. How do you perceive that song?
It's the tango one, right?
Yeah,
Yes, yes, it's the tango one. Yes, I'm just revisiting my brain. Um, yes, this song was very like, oh my god, why Mao likes this? uh, it's not something that I would play, that's for sure. It was like too drama for me. Like tangos are supposed to be dramatic,
yeah.
so it it really is like too much suffering and uh I don't know. It's not that my type of music. It was fun for sure to listen to, and I was like, I just can't imagine Mao dancing tango all around his house while playing this song while no one's watching.
Yeah.
So, but no, it's not my type of thing. Actually, no, I don't. I'm not so much into that genre.
Do you remember the other version that Mexico did of this telenovela? I think you did.
I re- I remember the versions, but I never watched them.
Oh, okay, because it was like Cuando Seas Mía, was the first one, and the other one was Destilando Amor.
Ugh, yeah, with La Gaviota, who I hate.
Uh,
Yes.
that's the reason that you call it La Gaviota, because the La Gaviota was the nickname in the telenovela.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
What do you think, friend?
Well, when I searched for the video and I saw the girl, I thought, oh, I already get it. Like, is mulher con aroma de café.
Mm, yeah.
And I know that you like it. I know that it's from your country, and that face of that woman is very familiar to me because that telenovela was also huge in Brazil with this version, the Colombian one. Uh, and my boyfriend likes. I think he told you that,
I
right?
was I was about to say that when I was in your house, Marcos told me something like, "Oh yes, La Gaviota."
Yeah.
Yes, I remember that.
For some reason he likes that in all versions, I think, because he watched it more than one. And so it's familiar to me. But the song, I gotta say, it was the most suffering song for me from the list. It was hard to listen, even worse than
Yes.
La Chona, La Chona de Maria, because it's too dramatic. It's like, okay, I get it. It's a telenovela, but girl, calm down. This is too dramatic. Like way,
Yeah.
way over the top for me. I was like, really. So I get it. Why you love it is very cultural from your country. I think this telenovela is a part of the story, the cultural, the pop history of Colombia.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
makes sense totally, but is not. I don't. I will never feel guilty because I will never feel pleasure. Yes, sorry.
Exactly.
Yeah. Please call Marcos.
Yeah, yeah, he's the one with it. Maybe he
He's,
likes the
yes,
song. I don't know.
he's going to say a lot of positive things about the song.
At least about the telenovela for sure. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was. It wasn't. It was like a whole drama, Mimao. Like, let's all suffer together. How can you suffer so much in one song? Let's all suffer
yes,
together.
yes, exactly. And it's a telenovela. It's full of drama, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Okay. My next and final choice. I'm sorry. This one is from a very. How to say it? They are. This group is like what represents Mexico. You know, they're like, yeah, we love Mexico and we love to sing about Mexico and we love to sing in general about stuff. But they are really into this Mexican thing, and their name is Café Tacuba, and the song I chose is called El Baile y El Salón. I used to play that song. No, I didn't used to play that song. When I went to the spinning class back in the day, the coach that used to gave us the class, he put music on and he used to play that song a lot. And I remember it was for a very specific movement of the bicycle. So it was played a lot by this guy, and I cannot help but loving it. It's not something that I would often play because Café Tacuba is more like rocky, you know, like this
Yeah.
rock, alternative rock, stuff like that. But the song in general, I love it. And it's part of my guilty pleasures. I don't know if you guys, I don't know, especially, yeah, Chilango hardcore. Yes. Yes, Adrian. Yeah, they're like super. We love Mexico City and we are there. Like, they have always been, you know, talking about the country and defending it. So that's why I
Okay.
like them too. So now I want to ask Mao if you ever heard of this song before in Colombia. If Café Tacuba was popular in your country, I'm not sure in Brazil, but in Colombia.
Yes, actually, mi Mariel. Today I discovered that this song belongs to the album that belongs Las Flores. That was a song that I was addicted when I was 4 years of age or something. I was singing this
Okay.
when I was 4. So for me, it was so special. I can't believe for you it's a guilty pleasure. I understand. I understand because it's not your kind of music, but something that I respect so much and is part of me is to defend our identity, you know. And Café Tacuba is doing this all the time, you know. So they defend the Mexican culture so much, you know. Like, so for me, it's very valid and very like important because I'm like that, you know. So I'm all the time I'm proud of the Latino. All the time I'm proud to be Colombian. So for me, the lyrics of Café Tacuba are very strong. Eres is another song that I really love. That was part of
It's a good
my
song.
yes of my teenage dream of my teenage years.
Brains.
So for dreams, also dreams because I had a crush because of that song. So yes, for me was like, why is a guilty pleasure for Mariel? But now I understand because it's not your type of music. But I enjoyed so
No.
much this song. You know, I kind of love a part of rock and Espanol music. So for me was like very special to hear this song. For me was not pop. For me was not. I was not familiar with that song to be honest. But I know
Okay.
Café Tacuba's work. I know Café Tacuba's work. And I remember the first time I was in Mexico City, I took tour, and they were showing these places. And there is a place in Mexico City that's very famous because they were there all the time or something like that. Like it was a cafe or a
Mm-hmm.
bar or something like that. I remember. So yes, Café
Mm-hmm.
Tacuba. All the respect for Café Tacuba. They remind me so much of Aterciopelados that are from here, and they are like that. They are like very. proud to be Latino, very proud to be Colombian, very against like the imposition of other cultures over us.
Yeah.
So yeah. For me
Okay.
was
Well, thank you.
a guilty pleasure, not guilty pleasure at all. For me was like, oh, I love this. I love this.
Uh, Oh, great, great. Thank you, Mimao. Now, I'm curious, Luquillas, about you.
Yeah, I'm also curious about it.
Yeah, it's a name that was always around for me because of Latin Grammys and things like this, because I know that they are huge and I believe they have a lot of awards and things like this. So I always, it's a name that was always around, but I never pay attention, never listen to anything by them. So the first thing that guy got my attention was the looks, like the visuals of them, very native, you know. So now I understand where this come from, since you guys are
Mm-hmm.
telling me about this very Mexican pride that they have. Makes sense a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And this song for me was the biggest surprise of the episode because yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a song that I'm bringing to my life after this, because first of
Mm-hmm.
all, sounds cool. It's very alternative, as you said. But I was reading to the lyrics, and it's so beautiful, and it's something that I can
Mm-hmm.
totally relate because I've been there. The thing that he's talking about of being in a place that everybody's dancing, and you met someone, and suddenly feels like are the two of us on the floor, and like he's saying that the person loves to dance, and now he understands that that dance is love, is so beautiful. And there is a part of
Mm-hmm.
the song that got my attention that he says, de hombre para hombre, voulez-vous coucher avec moi? And I was
Mm-hmm.
making my research, and looks like the song is him singing to another man. So that makes me more special and pride about it. So it's really cool. It's really cool. I love to discover that. Thank you, Marielle. It's not guilt for
Oh,
me. It's
great.
just pleasure.
No,
Yeah,
no, I just
absolutely.
consider it more guilty because it's not the type of genre that I listen to, but it's a
Yeah,
group
yeah, I
that I
got it. Yeah,
respect.
yeah, I
Exactly.
get
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Okay, so, Luquitas, there's a fucking mosquito here.
Go
Luquitas,
away.
it's your turn.
Okay, my last song, final song for tonight is actually from a Mexican singer. Is Daniela Lujan, also an actress known for a lot of telenovelas. But this song is in particular is in Portuguese. That is O Amor é Real. Is actually a Portuguese version of a song of her that exists in Spanish. That is Volar, and I feel very good listening to that because first of all, it's very childish. There's the fact that she's singing in Portuguese and the accent is there a lot. And back then, I didn't really like her. You know, the telenovelas I watched, El Diario de Daniela, feeling guilty already in that moment. It was something that I was not telling my friends that I was watching. And when she released this song in particular was 2001, and it was the song of another telenovela that she's not the
But
main character,
Gotita
uh,
Amor.
Gotinha de Amor here in Brazil. And I was terrified of
Mm-hmm.
those telenovelas in that moment because I was feeling very teenager. You know, I was 11, but I was feeling like, I'm growing. I hate this Gotinha de Carajo. The other one, there was another one, Carinha de Anjo, Carita de Angel.
Ángel, yeah.
Carita
Oh,
de Ángel,
that
yes.
little girl
Mm-hmm.
annoyed me a
Sadly,
lot.
sadly.
Yes. So it was hard for me to accept that I like that song. And even now when I listen, it's always with my headphones and like very quiet, you know, like very guilty because I don't know. It's like made for a little girl, 6 year old girl listening and dreaming about a Prince Charm. I don't know. It's weird. but I do like whatever. So I want to start this one with Mao. Thanks.
Okay, friend. I watch Gotita de Amor, Carita de Ángel as well. And even when I'm even not 1 year younger, I'm months younger than you. For me,
It's
was normal
it's not
because
that
it was
friend. I think it was released way later here, because I think it's
okay.
1998. The Gotita, the Cosita, the Cosa.
Gotita de Amor,
E,
yeah.
Hmm.
here was 2001 released, way later.
Okay, okay, okay. Yes, I was thinking about it because here it was released, I think, in that year, in
Yeah.
'97, something like that. So
Hmm.
for me, it was normal because the boys and girls on the school were talking about Gotita de Amor. So for me,
Yeah.
I was, and for me, it was normal. So I understand your feeling because you were starting this teenage, like these years, like when you are not kid anymore. So I
Yeah. Or
understand, but I
I
was
don't want it to be. Yes.
exactly. So for me was like okay. Right now to listen to that song is like very funny and very guilty pleasure because it's for kids. But I remember listening to that song in that moment and feeling this kind of it was like this sensation of innocence, like when you are a
Yeah.
kid. So, oh, it's very beautiful. She sings very beautiful, and she is very beautiful. I never knew that she had like this song in Portuguese. For me, it was like a surprise, and I applaud her effort to sing in Portuguese being a child,
Yeah. Hmm.
Wow, I was impressed because of that. I was like, oh, she was singing in Portuguese, even with the accent, even with everybody. She was a child, she was a kid. So for
Yeah.
me, it was a
Yeah.
surprise. There is even a I don't know if it's an album, a complete album in Portuguese, or only that song.
To be honest, I don't know. I know that her album is
Corazón. That
Coração.com,
Punto
yeah,
com.
and
yeah,
and here was released as Coração.com. So maybe the whole album is in Portuguese, but
wow.
this is the only track that I know, so I'm not sure, to be honest.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed about it. And I remember all these girls, Belinda, Dana Paola, and Daniela Lujan, in that moment, being the main character of this kind of telenovelas was the trend. And for me, was now that I'm adult, I appreciate even more because all the telenovelas were for adults, and in that moment, Televisa was trying to bring this kind of thing, and Mariel can understand this very better than me because
Yeah.
she's from Mexico, that they were trying to bring this kind of telenovelas for kids. So it was good for me in that moment that I was a kid, a real kid, like 6 or 7, to have a telenovela with this kind of thematic, like kids and stuff like that. So for me, it was like, okay, I understand. Like we as an adult listening to a song like that is very guilty pleasure, but at the same time, listening in that moment was so tender for me. So
Yeah,
yeah,
but you are right, friend. When I listen to the song, brings me the feeling of very innocent
innocence. Yeah,
feelings. It's like when you are a kid and you are in love with someone and you don't even know
exactly.
why.
Why is
Yeah,
love in that? Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
cute.
I,
It's
I was
cute.
feeling like that. Yeah.
It's very cute.
I, I'm curious. I'm curious to know Mariel's opinion because she's from Mexico.
Me too, because I want to say that I think she looks a little like Daniela Lujan, but I don't know if she's gonna like it. But I think so.
People
The
told me
kid
Well,
that in
version.
the
I
past,
have a
Mariel.
first of all, I have a story for you. When I
Oh,
was 7, yes, when I was 7, my mom was with me somewhere in the street. I don't remember where, but a guy came to her and he said, "I work for Televisa and we're making auditions for this new telenovela called Luz Clarita, and we would like your daughter to audition."
Oh,
And yeah,
you could be Luz Clarita.
I did an audition. I did an
No,
audition because I was a I for me it was a bit I was 7. My dad didn't want to, so I didn't go. But
Oh,
imagine what could have happened.
you could be the
Exactly.
one replacing Belinda in Cúmplices.
Yes. Imagine Maria Pasori in Luz Clarita. No
Yeah,
way. That is a
but
very
I
interesting story, mi Mario.
It is.
yeah, yeah, my mom remembers that. So imagine what could have happened if I was
No
Yeah,
way.
auditioning to be Luz Clarita, and I
crazy.
so yeah. But well, in general, I never liked TV. This telenovelas. I never liked them. I never
Uh
watched
huh.
them.
Oh,
So
okay.
I obviously know who Daniela Luján is, and she was really really popular back then. And with this album, I was really curious always to listen to those songs of Corazon.com. And when I listened
Yeah.
to them, I was like, oh my god, this is too childish, too too kid. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know how to say it, but I didn't like it. But now that you sent this song, it was like, okay, it's cute. It's like, obviously, when you are so young, you don't know about all the other bad stuff about love, so you only have nice things to say.
Yeah.
But it's too corny for me. Too corny. Even more corny than the other song by Ileana. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Because of the
But
voice, so
yeah, but it was okay. I mean, a song for kids, and it's
Yeah,
good that you like it. Yeah, it's like
I'm corny.
uh, uh, Anais' song "Corazón de Bombón" is another guilty pleasure for me because I know the song is like so dumb, but for
Uh
me
huh.
it's like "Corazón de bombón para ti para mí, un regalo de amor." So it was like so corny but so fun at the same time.
but
Got it.
yes, at the same time Jeans has similar songs, so I
Yeah,
don't think it's a
Yeah,
pleasure for you.
yeah, exactly.
it's a fine line that everyone has.
Yeah, yeah, it's like a line between guilty
Yeah,
pleasure.
what makes
Yeah.
sense or not? Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adrián. Corazón de bombón, vete a mi colchón.
Okay.
Adrian is su colchón.
You know what a colchón is, Lucas?
Is the thing that we have in the bed.
Yeah, the mattress.
Yeah, it's the mattress. The
Yeah,
mattress.
it's colchón here, so it's very similar. Yes.
Ah, it's
Ah,
similar,
okay,
yeah.
okay. Yeah. Okay, Mau, it's your last choice.
Okay, okay, okay. This last choice, it's a guilty pleasure because of a lot of reasons. It's called Adicta al Dolor by Marvel. Marvel here is very controversial. She started her career with Shakira, actually, but she was not a pop singer. She was she was called like the queen of Tecno Carrilera. Tecno Carrilera was a genre in music created here in Colombia. Carrilera is very regional, and Tecno it was like EDM. So she was mixing the two genres, like techno that was EDM and carrilera that it is very regional, like popular music here, like música popular. So in that moment, she was the queen of that genre, but she was the only one making that genre in music. This song is not from that time when she started, like when she debuted, because a lot of songs from that moment are very guilty pleasures. The titles are very funny. This song is called Adicta al Dolor, and she's very controversial with a lot of things. Not only this, in the political stuff, she's very controversial because she's against the president that are right now here in Colombia, and she is very vocal about it. Like
Mm-hmm.
throwing shade all the time of the president. So that's the reason. Maybe it's a guilty pleasure because she is very controversial in a lot of things. For To be honest, I also like it because she is talented for me and her voice is very good. I had the opportunity to meet her once and I was telling her like, "Oh, Maribel, you have an amazing voice," and she was she's very I don't know how to say coqueta. How do you call it, me Maria? Like very
Hmm. Flirty.
yes, she's very flirty, and she was very flirty for me. Like, oh, mi amor, thank you so much, and giving me a kiss and stuff like that. She's very this kind of woman, you know. And this song is funny because this song, I have a cousin that is like, she's just like a grown woman, you know, and all the time she sings that
Mm,
song because her husband was cheating on her in a moment of her life. So all the time she's singing that
mm.
song that I'm addicted to pain because this man that I have is cheating on me all the time. So that's the reason it's also guilty pleasure. So I want to know your opinions, starting with me, Mariel. What do you think about it?
Okay, this song for me was like a song for Señora Rencorosa, for Señora
Exactly.
Rajada.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yes.
I was actually talking about that with Joaquin before we start this episode, that there was this song about, pain and, drama. Uh, I like it better than the tango one, but
Okay.
but the whole concept of the song was very, I don't know, very sad. Like, I am addicted to pain. It's like,
Yeah.
Ah.
why do you let yourself do that? So it's not my not my thing, actually, but it wasn't that bad.
Okay. What do you think, friend?
Well, I think we saw something by her together here at my house, if I'm not wrong.
Yes,
Because,
friend.
yes, I kind of remember. I didn't like, obviously. And
Okay.
yeah. But I feel something that about us, friend, now. That when I go deep in the corny thing and dramatic, I go childish, like
Hmm.
Eliana, those things. And
Yeah.
when you go deep in the suffering thing, you become an old lady with a cigarette, you know,
And a glass
with a
of
fine
alcohol.
wine, like of that man, you know. That's how I imagine an old lady with a huge hair, with a little white hair growing, wearing a cigarette and complaining, "Oh, the men, they suck. I don't want a man anymore." You know, things like this. I feel like that's the spirit. So that's all I can say. I feel guilty. I feel guilty for you.
I love that comparison. You are totally right. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was so
You
good.
made my
I
night.
love. Yeah, I love the reference, friend. You are totally right. Yeah,
Yeah. That's us, friend. I love you.
yeah, absolutely. You
Oh
defined it.
God.
You you couldn't define it better.
Okay. Okay, so now that we finished with Mao's song from A Señora Rencorosa,
Yes.
Yeah.
it's time to move on to the guilty pleasure songs from our friends.
Yeah.
Luquitas, can you please tell us which ones are the ones
Yeah. I'm gonna
talking
say the
about?
song, and you guys gonna tell me who you guys think is the owner of the song, because I asked for our friends who are always here with us, for those who doesn't know what I'm doing now. And at the end, I'm gonna say if you guys were guessing right or wrong any, okay? Any of the songs.
Mm-hmm,
Perfect.
So I'm gonna
mm-hmm,
start with a song that I love and I don't feel guilty at all. Doesn't matter the lyrics. Is "My Neck, My Back" by Kia. Who you guys think is the one who chose this one? Marielle.
uh, I'm voting Francesca.
Okay, so Marielle thinks it's Francesca and Mal.
Even when I know that Joaquin is very open to listen to different music, I think it's for Joaquin.
Joaquin. Okay. So the next one is "Without Me" by Eminem. Marial, who do you think it is?
I'm going for Ruan.
Okay, one. And you, Mal?
For me was Norman.
Norman. Okay. Well, the next song is a song that I don't feel guilty at all liking because I don't. It's the song that I most hate in this world. That is Tarzan and Jane by Toy Box. I just
Uh,
hate this. Ugh.
Joaquin. I thought about Joaquin immediately.
Okay, Joaquin. And you, Mal?
For me is Francesca. Even when I know Francesca likes a lot of different music, for me was her.
Okay, Francesca. And the next one I actually love is La Di Di La Di Da SOAP. Marielle.
Okay, whoever chose this song, what is going on with you? It's a great song. La di di la
It's
di
a
da.
great song.
Uh, I'm going for Norman.
Okay, Norman. And you, Mal?
For me was Adrian because I know Adrian hates a lot of pop things. So
Okay.
I don't think Adrian knows who this group is, to be honest.
okay, okay. But for me, it's
Okay.
You
impossible.
know.
The other guys hate that song. For
Yeah.
example, it's very Joaquin. So
That one is the one that doesn't make sense. I'm actually curious to know why as well. But moving on, the last one is "Poison" by Bell Biv Devo. I think is how I pronounce the boy band name.
Velvet Devoted.
Yes, starting with Marielle.
But well, my last choice is Adrian. So
Yeah, that's all you
Adri
got.
Dudu.
And you, Mal?
Mm.
I got very offended because of that. Because it's one of my favorite 90s songs of all time. So, but I think it's Ruan that is my last
Okay, let's see. So you guys only guess right one,
one. No way.
and
Let us know.
the person who got right is Marielle, and she
Okay.
actually guessed "Without Me" by Eminem. That was Ruan's choice. Yes,
Okay.
I think
Okay. Okay.
he feel guilty because Eminem is all controversial and everything. So maybe that's the reason. So I'm gonna reveal the other
Okay.
ones now. "My Neck, My Back"
Okay.
was chosen by Adrian. Can you guys imagine
Oh,
Adrian? All
okay,
the ladies
okay.
pop your pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop. Don't. I can imagine that. Okay.
I can imagine Adri just like boom, boom,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's very fun. Tarzan and Jane is the choice by our friend Norman.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I don't like it. I don't like it. And the next one, I'm gonna go straight to the poison one that was Francesca's choice. For some
Okay.
reason, is her guilty
Oh,
pleasure.
Maui.
Yeah.
I can't
And
believe it.
La Di Da, Joaquin, tell us why this is a
Joaquin,
good pleasure. It's so
That
good.
Joaquin,
that
I'm gonna
Joaquin,
kill you.
are you there, baby? What this song is a guilty pleasure for you? It's very you,
Tell us. It's very pop. It's very
Yes.
fun.
and
Why?
it's like
Why?
this kind of euro thing, you know. So
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. Maybe it's because he told me that he thinks the lyrics are very mature for teenagers, that they were very young. I don't know. Let's
Maybe
see.
you can
Explain.
drive mine, and maybe
Okay.
I can drive your.
Yeah. Dude,
If you
explain.
mention you'll become my ex, we ain't never gonna have no
Yeah.
sex.
So that's
Yeah,
it, guys.
I
That
know.
was the game.
Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay. It was really fun. This time, I don't have anything for my collection to show, but my current obsession song is what once again, Tate McRae with Sports Car.
Okay, again, because you already shared that song, right?
Yes, I love that song. I'm obsessed with it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What about you,
Yeah.
Mao?
Well, friends, I want to share very quickly about this experience that I had. I had the opportunity to go to this concert of one of my idols. You know what I mean? Tori Kelly. I had the opportunity to go to go to this concert. It was nuts, friends. It was amazing. I was like very near. I was the witness of her entrance. It was very funny because she came in a taxi with her husband, so it was very funny. She was the best. She's like stunning, beautiful, and she has an amazing, powerful, crazy voice. And I'm addicted with the version of "Don't You Worry About a Thing" original by Stevie Wonder. Actually, I want to share this that I have. Like it's a double disc that is a very beautiful edition of this disc. It's like a
Yeah.
compilation of a Stevie
Yeah.
Wonder. So I wanted to combine these two experiences because it's like a Stevie Wonder song. I love Stevie Wonder. We talked about it in the episode when Mariel asked me about my love for Stevie Wonder, and it was crazy and amazing. I love her even more. So yes, it was like a one in a lifetime opportunity I have because I love Tori Kelly's one. It's like my favorite singer right now. Like people that is making music right now, she's my favorite. So it was amazing. She is gorgeous, actually. Her hair is crazy. Like the curly hair is crazy.
Beautiful.
The color of
Oh,
her skin, yeah, and her voice is amazing. And I was like this, like very near. Like I can. I could see her pores, her skin. It was crazy. So yes, yes, it was crazy. So it was
oh,
an yeah.
congratulations, Mao.
Thank you,
Magical.
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, magical. Absolutely.
What about you, Luquitas?
Well, my obsession is the same. Renee Rapp. I'm still addicted to that girl. Everything. Two songs, her TV show, interviews, everything. But I'm also kind of obsessed with an underground Brazilian boy band named Ponto Quatro because I found some promos this week from very underground pop singers from
Mhm.
Brazil. And so I was kind of curious about all of them. And today I had a chance to talk with the producer of some songs of them in Instagram that I found. He was very open to share some things with me. So I'm kind of digging more into this boy band that no one knows here. So I was very interested to see what happened. And in my collection, as I said, I have a lot of promos from Brazilian. So I choose to show this one that is Olivia Heringer. Is a very underground pop singer from Brazil that I mentioned here in the episode we make for with underground pop music from Brazil. And I found this promo
Mhm.
that was such a surprise because the track one is actually a Portuguese version of Where Did I Go Right by Hilary Duff. So I had no idea she recorded that and was it's actually really good. So right now I want to share that because the second album was canceled. That this was the promo for the second album that never came out in
Mhm.
that moment. But now it's available on the streaming. The album is very good, to my opinion. It's more pop rock than the first. But this song, that is the song that she re-recorded by Hillary, is not available in the album. So I think
Oh.
was some problem with the rights of the song. So
Mhm.
was a
Mhm.
totally a surprise for me to discover this song in this promo. So this is my new item to share today.
Is the version similar, friend? Is like in the same arrangement and everything?
I share with you, friend, in your email last night.
Ah,
Take a listen.
that you share. Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Because I was very curious. So now that I
I
know, yeah, I received
I
the
think
email. Yeah.
is similar, but I think Olivia's is a little bit more rock than Hillary, but it's very similar. Yes.
Okay, okay, okay. Now I'm
Okay.
curious.
Okay. Now, Joaquin is telling us that his mom didn't let him sing La Di La Di Da when he was 9 years old. Yeah, I know.
That yeah.
Yeah.
You sing now.
And you sing out loud, Joaquin. Don't worry. And Normie says the dance from side to side in that video goes with the song from my neck to my back.
Side to Side
Okay.
by Ariana Grande.
Ariana
Okay.
Grande, I guess. Hmm.
Okay.
Okay, guys. So this was really fun to actually get to talk about our guilty pleasures and our friends' guilty pleasures. It was really good. Um, oh, Norman is saying, so guys, I misunderstood topic when Lucas asked me, but my big guilty pleasure song out of pop music would be El Viejo del Sombrero by La Sonora Dinamita.
Oh,
Okay.
That
well,
is from Mexico.
La Sonora Dinamita, yes, they're Mexican.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting. Interesting. Okay, okay. Great. So, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you guys had as much as fun as we did listening to these songs. Uh, and we cannot wait to see you next episode. Anything else you want
yes.
to add, Mau and Lucas?
No, just I just want to say thank you everyone for being here with us. It was really fun. Thank you, both of you, friends. It was really fun. Thank you for helping me with the time a little earlier, and that's it. Can't wait for the next one.
Yay. Mousy Mumu.
It was very funny. I think it was one of the funniest episode ever. Friends. I laughed a
Yes.
lot. It was very funny. Yeah, it was very funny. So thank you, friends. It's always a pleasure. Love you so much. Love the audience. Yeah, it was very fun. Thank you so much.
Yes, love to you and your
Besitos,
beso, Adrian.
Adrian.
Beso, Adrian.
Besi- Un besito, un colchón.
Exactly. Okay, everyone. Take care and have a wonderful night.
Bye.